Hi, it's Aussie Stitcher coming to you on this 30th of December 2018, my final floss tube for the year. I'm just going to do a whip parade. This is really last minute, but this is basically my only time to get it done. I've got to go to Geraldton tomorrow, Sophie's got more doctor's appointments. Hopefully giving her more of an all clear and we can start going back to normal. And there is a noise of a fan. It's 38 degrees today. It is stinking hot. The aircon that we normally have on, I've had to turn it off because it's extremely noisy and I'm extremely not in the middle. How much do I care? Enough to move it. So that's a mess. I have no makeup on. Wearing a top, new top though. Yay me. And then, because we only just got home yesterday, so I'm still busy doing washing, folding washing, cleaning up, doing that whole, after Christmas, I get in the mood to declutter because I can handle enough. My husband thinks I'm a hoarder, but I'm not, because I can handle clutter to a degree. And it's clutter that, you know, it's books and trinkets from the kids and that, and then I have enough and everything's got to be, that's not needed, go. So I've made out my list for January, and it's like kitchen, clean out cupboards, bedrooms, do the kids' clothes. I've already done my clothes. I don't do hubby's stuff, that's his stuff. He's a big boy and he can do his own. But you're here for a whip parade. So I'm going to go through, and if I have plans for it, I'll let you know. Otherwise, these are my whips for the end of the year. Guys, I had 7 finishes. Just finished one today. But you're not going to see that until my normal floss tube. Which is going to be kind of redundant because you're going to see an update here. Yes, William.
Can I come off the, you know that?
Has the girls finished their food?
No.
Because if they finish their lunch, they get 2 Tim Tams. And who gets 2 Tim Tams if they get 2 Tim Tams?
Me.
You going to go and sort it?
Yeah. I'm going to grab them. Okay?
2.
Okay.
But I'll still do it. And kids are home. I am going to start trying to do fortnightly because I found the uploading for longer than about 30 minutes horrendous. We're looking at, like, I think my last one was like 8 hours to upload. So, yay, rural internet. So, some of these you have just seen. Maybe Michaela's already got them. So I have, I think, 34 whips. And I think I started the year with 26. 25 or 26. Anyway, so my first one, and I'm sorry for the repetition. I did do a Mirabelle whip for a parade. Yep, go through the house and let Sophie open it.
Can I open it? No, I can get open it. And I'm going to wrap them up like a...
No, wrap them up. Just hand them out.
That's a present.
Yeah, but we don't need to wrap up every present. Off you go. I will link, if I remember, because I've been really bad at linking my whip parade from the Mirabilis, because some people have been able to see it and some people have messaged me going, hey, I know you said that you did one, but I can't find it at all. So I will link it. So this is Stargazer by Mirabilia. And this is stitched on 28 count opal Lugana from Colour Cascades. And it's Blue Moon. Oh, look at those sparkles. That's all I've done. I did discover when I was doing I showed, my mum was here, I went through and showed her all my WIPs, which was agonising because she was a very one project kind of person. That there's not a lot of progress on some stuff that I was wanting. And while they're not in my plans to be finished, I want progress. Yes, 2 each. No, please. He goes to kindy next year. Imagine how life will be easier. So one of my goals is not just to touch every WIP, which I managed by the end of the year, but it's to get a bit more, a good week stitching on them, which will enable about 600 to 1,000 stitches, which I would be, you know, reasonably happy with. So this is, do I have a generic? Just watch me fiddle, because you all like watching people find stuff. And have my, no, I actually don't. Oh, this will do. The Birthstones Dragons with no dragons. I obviously at some point just stopped printing out the pages. So this is done on 32 count Elsa from Chromatic Alchemy. And my goal for next year, I would like to get the first 6 done. So that is a gold hand-painted piece. Now this is my Dimensions Wolves. I don't know, it's an out of print because I've had this for like 12, 13 years. So it's a gold dimension kit with the 3 wolves, 4 wolves. And my goal is I would like to finish the top half of this. So I have, excuse me, in here to do, and then it comes out here and up. Most of this is block colour half stitches. I would like it actually finished, but when I re-looked at it and realised how much, excuse me, itchy nose, I haven't had done, that's not going to be plausible. More coffee. With moustache. Inspirations by Rosewood Manor. This is stitched on 32 count Old Map Digger from Colour Cascade. And that is one I have done. And this is another gold piece where I would like to finish the first page. And I really dislike backstitching where there's no stick, like crosses, so like doing these vines. And it's over to, like, if you're going to do that, I actually like it on Aida, which is easier to count. This is one of the few charts you cannot do on Aida because it does have 1/1 stitching. So if you're an Aida stitcher, which I stitch on both, this is just one of those charts that you can't. Now this is my, so I went really white, Chatelaine, Scotland Mandala, stitched on 32 count Fairy Wears Boots from Colour Cascades. So the thread is just hanging there. Back half, because you need a lot. And I don't have much of a goal on that, just to stitch on it when I feel like it, because I really need to do it when the kids are at school or something, because it's on the iPad, the chart. And I just need peace and quiet and working on it, because I'm not the biggest fan, and it's challenging for this I was going to say teenager. That's what I've been saying to my daughter, and just when she comes to me and she's like, it's so hard to be a teenager. No, it's just hard in general. Gold Collection, Fairy Tale, Dimensions Gold Collection. And this, is this a restart this year? I actually think it was. This is on 18 count Ada from Zygon, whatever it's called. Summer Queen by Mirabilia. This is stitched on 32 count confetti from Picture This Plus. And I'll be working on her. Didn't touch her this month at all, but I was too busy doing all my other touching all of my other whips. But I've got January and February to touch her. The Enchanted Mermaid by Mirabilia. This is stitched on 32 count in a really random name that I can never pronounce. I did write it down. That's its name there. In Chromatic Alchemy. And this was one of their mist eyes that I brought. And that's where I'm up to on her. This is one of the charts that Sophie, as I went really funny colour, picked the chart, picked the fabric, when she was going through a rough spate at school a couple of years ago. Gives you a tip on how long I've been stitching on it. This is Winter Queen by Mirabilia. And this is stitched on 32 count Picture This Plus. And the name is escaping me. But it's blue. Really good watercolour. Do I have it in here? Sorry guys. Picture This Plus something. This is Portrait of Veronica by Mirabilia. And this is stitched on 32 count from Picture This Plus Belfast. The others have been Belfast too. Sterling. It's better. I am literally missing Outback Storm. I went to get it, got sidetracked with one of the kids, and now I have to get up and get it when I finish this. Cannot forget Outback Storm, because I have plans for that one. Blossom Goddess by Mirabilia. And this is stitched on 32 count Belfast from Picture This Plus Jazz. And that's a really good representation of the colour. I am really sorry, I'm going orange and then lighter and then back to me. It's just the lighting. It is after lunch. It is hot. I don't have any of the overlights on. I'm really sorry, guys. This is probably one of the more interesting movies. Video plus tubes that you've seen from me. And I do have a few. Thanks to kids. Fairy Moon. I started this year with Jessie Marie and Stitching Noni, and I'm really hoping, Megan, Stitching May, that you start soon. Oh. There we go, that's better. And this is stitched on 32 count Lugana from Chromatic Alchemy. That's all I've done. It's really annoying, but I honestly don't have time to redo it. Okay. Do I have a picture? I know I do, but this is the Blue Fairy from Joan Elliott. And I don't, the Blue Christmas Fairy, I don't know why I don't. And this is 32 count Belfast from Angel Wings and Mermaid Tails. Don't know why I don't have that in there. More coffee. That is annoying me. I'm really sorry, guys. Earth Goddess. Stitched on 32 count Belfast Opal from Mermaid's Tails and Angel Wings, or Angel Wings and Mermaid's Tail. Tell you what, the lighting might be bad looking at me, but it's really good in showing up the fabric. So you win some, you lose some. That's what I've done on that one. I'm going to be doing with Lorna, the Ladybird Stitcher. Instead of Stitch Mania in May, starting all the things, I'm going to be stitching my Mirabilias, and then I've got the Joan Elliott July. seem to be a good idea. Try and focus a month on some of the whips that don't necessarily get focused on. Joan Elliott, The Reader. Now my copy is in this book. There, I want to stitch a good 80% what's in here. So the chances of anyone else getting this book in their lifetime is slim. Sorry guys. And this is stitched on 32 count Belfast in Fairy Tale, pretty sure, by Colour Cascades. And it's just a really, really soft pink. And I've got all the way out to the edge. I like hitting edges and then working either down, working completely down and then going up. Dragonfly Fairy from Joan Elliott, which I've started with Megan Stitching May. And this is 32 count from, now I'm pretty sure it's Fabrics by Stephanie. Love that fabric. Love it. I actually love. Do I have any whips that I don't like? Now that I got Richard of Sanchez, they're ones that I just go, and that would be Fantasy Cell, which will be coming up, but that would be there. But I didn't hate it as much when I stitched on it. Cold coffee. Enchanted or Aurora. I have got to sort my stuff out. Now I had a lot of trouble in the Joan Elliott July when I was stitching on this, and it's because it's a coloured chart. I didn't realise how much I disliked coloured charts until I went back and stitching, and I came so close doing a really big effort and buying another chart that was black and white, because even photocopying it was irritating trying to do that black and white. But I worked around it, I persevered, and I worked out a way that suited me. So this is stitched on 32 count Belfast from Angel Wings and Mermaid's Tail. Even though, as I said before, the lighting is crap for my colour of my skin and going in and out, that is pretty darn perfect to the fabric. Have you all guys been counting? Because I haven't been. Lady Rose by Joan Elliott. And this is stitched on 32 count Sprite from Picture This Plus. She's actually a fast stitch. Some of the Joan Elliott's, I suppose like Mirabilia's, you think, oh, that's gonna take me a while, and you start stitching it and you're like, okay, actually it's not too bad. And then others you think should take you a shorter amount of time, and it takes forever. August Peridote Fairy by Mirabilia, and this is stitched on 32 count Barbie Girl Opal Belfast from Colour Cascades. My goal, I have a goal for this one, is to finish her. Man, doesn't she look good. From looking at, she looks pretty darn good. I was wanting this done by August, like June, so I could give it to Michaela for her birthday. Don't think that's going to happen, so I'll be happy as long as it's done by Christmas. Let's not try and kill ourselves, shall we? In overestimating realistic goals. Let's have New Year's resolution of making realistic goals. The Time Traveller by Joan Elliott, and this came out the year it was all that chatting about Doctor Who going to be the next like it was going to be a female, and it just seemed so perfect. This is stitched on 32 count Belfast from Colour Cascades. No, not Belfast. Lugana in fall something. Fall something. And again, that was pretty darn good. Tell you what, every time, like, I'm still going to do a Joan Elliott parade, and I'm still going to do my stash. But every time, like, I grabbed out the Mirabilias and I looked at it, and I get such an urge to want to stitch on it. And doing this, I'm like, oh, I really want to do that. And oh, I could just, no, I'm not going to be able to stitch all of these soon. But just to have more enjoyment. I think last year I went into the year with the stocking hanging over my head, needing to be finished, and that drained a lot of enthusiasm for some stuff in the stitching. And once that was done, it was like, yay! Snow Queen, which was my restart, a Mirabilia, and this is stitched on a Colour Cascades 28 count. And that's all I can tell you about it. Okay, that blue's a bit washed out. Did more in 1 week stitching on this, well, than I did on the 2 years previously. Sometimes you've just got to change something to get that love back. Woodland Enchantress by Gold Dimensions. Stitched on 16 count Ada that I got from 123 Stitch. Blue Ada. Nothing fancy. In fact, this is the same Ada, which is a lot bluer than what it's showing because I've just lost the little bit of sun that I had. that I did the Ladybird Fairy from Jordan Elliott. Unintentionally, I got a yard because I miscalculated that badly on how much that I needed. This is when I still was like first time ever buying fabric and cutting, because most of them came in kits, my previous stitching. So it was bad. I ordered way too much. Long Dog Sampler Spangled, which is I'm selling with Stitching May and Sammy J Stitches. And thanks to the world of technology, I was able to start this with her, with all of them at the exact same time on virtual stitches. How cool is that? This is stitched on 32 count in Lakeside's linen Bittersweet. And that is its colour. So as I said, lighting is interesting, but it is showing a lot of the fabrics the true colour. We're getting there, and then I'll have to stop you briefly to get the one that I've got. Spring Queen by Mirabilia. Stitched on 32 count Highland from Picture This Plus. The wind has picked up. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit ugh. I'm not really. I'm just, in my head is going a 99 to the dozen of all the things that I need to be thinking of and doing by the end of the year, which is tomorrow. Mermaids of the Pearl by Mirabilia. I'm doing a sale with Vintage Stitcher Joanne. This is 32 count, Sweet Child of Mine, and that's a really good. Is that my? Nope, that's my back. I ended up messaging Tammy and saying, because this is on 32 count, there, that's better. As I go a completely different colour again. I've ordered Delicas for this. There's a lot of beads and I'm not mucking around. I'm doing Jessie Marie and going straight to Delicas. Mermaid and the Shipwreck, or the Ship Siren and the Shipwreck. This is the other one that I'm selling with Joanna, and this is on 28 count seconds material that didn't dye right from Colour Cascades. What would be really awesome is to get this right. It's a bit greener than that. Like we do the a bit like that, I suppose. It's beautiful fabric anyway. And I got to use silks. That was the first thing. Anyone who might be noticing that I haven't come across Lady Mirabilia, I didn't get that started for Lorna the Ladybird's birthday. I was so gutted, but I ended up having a sick kid on her birthday, and then the next day I had a totally different kid sick, and by the time I dealt with that, I was So far over it, wasn't funny. Sleeping Beauty. By Joan Elliott, and this is a birthday present that Megan sent me 2 years ago, and this is stitched on 32 count Picture This Plus blush. Did I show that right? I did show it that direction, didn't I? Because that's the direction it goes in. My fan has a thermometer on it, and it's telling me that my house is now 27 degrees and rising. Yes, I can feel it, or in this room anyway. Yes, I can feel that. I don't have anything for this, but this is the purple conversion of red of Mirabilia, stitched on 32 count Belfast Opal from Silver Springs from Colour Cascades. Autumn Queen by Mirabilia. We have Tears. This is stitched on 32 count Belfast in Regency from Picture This Plus. This one I don't have a cover page, but it's Autumn, Touching the Autumn Sky by Mirabilia, and this one I would like a finished. This is on 28 count from Dying to Cross Stitch on Facebook. And this one has, the goal of I would like it finished. The chart is spoken for. I'm sorry guys. But it's going to another stitcher. Excuse me guys, I'm not done. No, you can't. This is Fall Fairy.
Can I talk now?
No, not yet.
Please, Mum, I didn't talk.
Yes, you did.
Hi.
On 16 count Ada.
Can I talk?
You are talking.
Mom, can I talk?
You are talking.
Well, I don't know who. No. I just started.
Rapunzel by Mirabilia.
No, it's funny.
It is.
Yeah,
And I worked a little bit when I was down visiting my parents. And this is stitched on 32 count Opal in Belfast, Fairy Tale from Colour Cascade. So can you quickly go to the spare room and get me Outback Storm? Saves me having to stop and start. Don't normally use a hoop, but I don't have much option. And that's Bar Outback Storm. Oh, nope. I nearly forgot it again. The Lakeside
This is my table.
Linen Sale. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Belfast. Hole in the Sky from Colour Cascades. And my goal for this year is to complete this one and this one with the border going down in the middle. So I think that's 2 pages. I need the cover page. Should be on the bed. I didn't find when I stitched it, again, I'm so sorry, William's got a huge cushion that he just keeps dropping. I didn't hate it. Not necessarily loved it, but I didn't hate it. So for me that was an improvement, because I really did hate it for the longest time. Goes in here.
Look at this trap.
And the last of all is Outback Storm, charted by Heaven and Earth, artwork by Jeff Pritchard, who is a photographer, and he has a Facebook page, Orb something, I can't remember, but so talented. And this is stitched on 22 count Hardanger. And I still got more over here to do, and I've got another 2 pages. My goal is to do the 2 pages and get to the top, but oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Do not enjoy stitching on Hardanger, but I don't hate it enough to start over. And that's it, that's my whip parade. Thank you. Big thank you for this year. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Generally, just thank you. Thank you for being there through William's godfather and Sophie's foot, and just being awesome people. Really, really awesome. I will come back sometime in the, I wouldn't say the first week, because that starts Tuesday, the 7th, that week of the 7th of January, and I'll do my update haul. I'm going to do Stitch from Stash this year because I actually don't feel the need to do any buying, and that will just help me be a bit more accountable. And Stephanie, oh so Miss Crafty, does an awesome job with that. I'm also going to do the Haid challenge from Portia, where she's doing Stitch Around the World, where each month, or not each month, each stitching amount is a leg. So, you know, there's one where there's 420, and that's the 420 kilometres from one city to another city. There's one with 15,000 stitches. But you work, like, as soon as you've done a leg, you take a photo, you post it, and you start the next leg. So, it's doable. And if I fail, I fail. Like, if I get to the 15,000, which is, I think, square 19, challenge 19. If I get to 19 and then I just can't finish it, I got to 19 before I bailed. So, and I'm going to give it a good shot. And so I'll come back with a bit more plans, a bit more everything, but just a big mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And we'll see you in the new year.